So like a year ago, there's this YouTuber that I watched.
Okay, so I saw this video and I've been wanting to share this mantra that my best friend told me about a year ago, and I have been constantly using it since, and it's gotten me to really put myself out there.
I saw this quote and I think it literally changed my life and my perspective and my mindset.
I seen one of the girlies post a video about not being afraid to be seen trying.
And he posted this video on his birthday titled, "Don't be afraid to be seen trying."
Stop right quick. Say this with me. I am not afraid to be seen trying and improving my life.
And the mantra is, I'm not afraid to be seen trying.
It said, I am not afraid to be seen trying.
And ever since I watched that video, it changed my perspective on everything.
You're scared of people seeing you trying. You are not scared of failing. You're not scared of making mistakes. You're scared of people seeing you trying to do something, trying to build something, trying to become somebody else.
So apparently people don't only have a fear of being seen, but they also have a fear of being seen trying. Now, is that a true or a false statement? I'd say it's true, and here's why. As a human, although it's not something that we should adapt, we all have a fear of some sort of being seen. And for everybody in the world to have this exact same fear, I asked the question, where did it come from? How did millions of people fall into the trap of setting themselves back just by having a fear of being seen? Now, I'm sure we all know about childhood traumas and even adult traumas, things that we've dealt with in our past, failing in our past, and those micro scratches that we have on our ego, starting from childhood all the way up until now, is how we actually developed this thought process that if I'm seen trying and I don't make it, then everyone's gonna laugh at me, and that I failed twice instead of just once. We all know and have dealt with our own childhood traumas as well as our present traumas that have been created throughout our life. But more than likely, this fear has stemmed from your childhood. Maybe you felt like you weren't seen or heard the way that you actually wanted to be seen or heard during that time in your life. You remember how it felt when we were kids and we tried to do something and it didn't work out, and the whole class would laugh at you, and you felt this big, and there was nothing you could do other than to go home, cry, tell your parents, and try it again the next day. Well, as we get older, we keep those same feelings. We understand those same triggers so that when we're approached with them again, we already have a defense mechanism in order to stop that same embarrassment. But what if you feeling like you stopped that embarrassment is actually stopping you from progressing in life? The truth is that we live in a world where we've always been told since we were really, really young that being authentically ourselves just wasn't it. Being authentically you is not good enough. It's not going to cut it, and you have to be somebody else in order to achieve certain goals in your life. And that's not the case. I know this is off topic, but let's think of an example. Sexy Red, okay? So we have Sexy Red, right? And everyone loves her. Everyone likes her music. Even if we agree or disagree with the words or the things that she's promoting, she's gaining traction across the whole entire world. And you know why? It's because people think that she's authentic. A lot of these celebrities, they come out and they try to be like the next person. They want to look like the next person, sound like the next person. And she came out and she was authentically herself. Blew up and surpassed all the other artists that were already mainstream before she got there. You know why? It was because of her authenticity. People see that. People feel that. Being authentically you is an energy source. Literally energy. Everyone can feel that energy. So if it's real or if it's fake, people can feel it. So yes, the world has tricked us into believing that us being our authentic selves just wasn't enough. And I'm here to tell you that it's just enough. It's actually exactly what you need in order to reach your full potential. So now that we finally figured out some of the root reasons as to why we have a fear of being seen trying, now it's time to nip that in the butt, okay? It's time to get to those goals. It's time to get to your higher self. And so here are 10 steps in order to help you release that fear. Now for step 1, we've already tackled this, and this is acknowledging and accepting the fact that you have a fear of trying. Acknowledging the shadow aspects of ourselves or the things that we try to hide from other people is how we replace that fear with security. So let's use this example. You have a flat tire, but you still got to get to work this morning. Your tire's still flat, but you choose to ignore it. You're like, whatever, it don't matter. I'm still gonna get to work. I'm gonna make my coin. I'm gonna make my money, right? You jump in your car, you start it, and you barely make it a block down the road. Now, all that could have been changed if you decided to acknowledge the fact that you had a flat tire so that you could plan around how you were gonna get to work or how you were gonna get that tire changed in the first place. That's why acknowledgement is so important. You can't move past something without acknowledging that it's there and that it exists. Now, step 2, understand the root causes of your triggers and your fears. What exactly triggers your fears? And is it fear or fear of failure? These are the questions that we should ask ourselves when we're trying to figure out the root cause of a situation or issue. Now that we've gotten all that taken care of, it's time for step 3, which is start with small goals. Small goals are really nice because you can achieve them a lot faster than long-term goals. Also, during this time, you're probably going to have a lot of things going on in your head. You're going to be trying out a lot more ideas. You're going to be trying to do a lot of different things. And so creating short-term goals allows your goals to become more manageable for you. And having more manageable goals will increase your confidence. Step 4, it's time to ditch that lax state of mind and instead develop a growth mindset. A lot of times we talk ourselves out of things before they even hit the ground. The idea is just still up here, and 10 minutes later, it's gone. You know why? Because you done talked yourself out of it. You done told yourself you couldn't do it. You told yourself you didn't have enough resources. You told yourself you wasn't good enough. Sweetie, lack state of mind. You will not progress at all in life if you continue to talk to yourself like this. Who's going to give you an opportunity if you're willing to take your own opportunity away? Think about it. Like, you can't walk around thinking like this, guys. So it's important for us to develop a growth mindset so that we can stabilize what we want for our future. Step 5, focus on learning and not the outcome. I know that's easier said than done because we are looking at so many people on a daily basis who are successful in whatever they decided to embark in. And the only difference between them and you is that they didn't give up. They weren't afraid to try in front of people or be seen trying. Those successful people are not afraid of looking like the little fish for a second. Those successful people are not afraid to look like the small fish in a big pond. They take the time to set aside and ask people those important questions that are needed in order to succeed. So in your journey, it's important for you to focus on learning and not just the outcome. You'll get there, trust me. Now, step 6 is pretty self-explanatory, which is show yourself some compassion, okay? Be nice to yourself. We are really our biggest critics, and sometimes we do the most. And not having any compassion for yourself will also make you not believe in yourself. And not being able to believe in yourself will cause a lax state of mind. You got to get out of that. That takes us all the way back to step 1. We don't want to go there. So do yourself a favor and be kind to yourself. Now that we're past all that, step 7 comes around and it's time to expose yourself. Yes, expose yourself to the things that you once feared. Those situations, those people, you have to believe in yourself that you're good enough, that this is for you, that this is on your divine path, and that it has been written in the stars. Telling yourself things like that will allow you to feel like you belong in that space. And when you belong in that space, and you feel like you belong in that space, then you allow yourself to bring your authentic self in, and then boom, the fear starts to fade. Now, number 8 is seek outside support. Now, I'm not super big on support from different humans all the time because one thing's for sure is that what's meant for you is for you. And sometimes people don't always understand your vision, but it could come in handy sometimes. Seeking support could be from a friend, a family member, associate, stranger, or my favorite, you know what I'm talking about, y'all, the Most High. Going to God about all your problems and all your insecurities, everything that you want him to fix and heal in your life is the best way to go. It's a perfect place for comfort. It's a perfect place for love. And this is a place where I find myself being able to live authentically. Number 9, celebrate your small victories. And that includes the effort that you put in to get there. You have to learn to celebrate that effort, those small wins, everything that starts to equal that big win, that success that we're really looking for. And number 10 is reflect and adjust. So after attempting something, make sure you reflect on what you learned and how it can be improved. Now, those are the 10 steps that you should take in order to get over the fear of being seen. I hope this helps, and I hope to see you guys at the top. Talk to you later. Bye.